Previously on Knight's Quest. But the educator shows up and just kind of gives him a smack. Class starts now, bitch.
So we have to go to the mountains to heal the tree roots so that the door will open in the tree.
In order to go kill the magistrate of this region.
Where is the tallest orc?
That's a quest of yours then. You better find him.
As soon as the color change happens, Jonathan holds it aloft. We have the ability to do that to anything.
Boys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I don't know how to start it though, so.
I was watching a video where someone was asked, "Do you think you're ready?" And I think what they were getting at was I was born ready, but instead what they actually said was I was popped out the mama ready. And now that rings through my head every single time anyone asks the question, "Hey, are you ready?"
So right now in this moment, we are popped out the mama ready. Listeners, I must ask you, are you popped out the mama ready for the episode that's happening right now?
I can't agree with that statement because that statement hit me like a truck full of bricks.
I immediately regret this.
You know what I just did? I started the episode.
I've made a huge mistake.
This is the title. Okay, it's not going to be the title, but it's going to at least be the first thing people hear.
Episode 7, popped out the mama ready.
I think we're on episode 8, Jake.
That's fine. You can name episode 8 whatever you want, but episode 7 is now going to be called Popped Out the Mama Ready.
But it's not in this, so they just go a whole 2 weeks not knowing why it was called that.
Like, why the hell
It's a deep cut.
was it named Pop Out the Mama Ready?
Oh my god.
I can't do that. I cannot carry through that.
You can.
Joke. No.
You have
just
the
won't.
power, yeah.
I have much greater plans in mind for titles, and they can't be named that.
Okay, fair enough.
But can it be the description?
It can be in the description.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
I can put it in the description
Nice.
for episode 7. So if you go back, episode 7, it does include the line, popped out the mama ready.
Don't you
Unless I
fucking
forgot.
dare look at that description until you've reached your destination. Because I swear to Janus Pentus,
Ooh.
if you get into a car accident looking up this description for a fucking meme.
We care about you, Lowell.
And if you look at the description, it will be so unbearably funny that it'll make you go into a laughing fit, and then you'll get into a car accident. Nobody
That
wants
is,
that.
Also-
of course, what I meant.
Yeah.
I think at this point, the amount of times we have mentioned our good friend Lowell and the fact that he listens while driving, I think he has been referenced more often than some of the characters in this show, which makes him a character of
We
the
need
show.
to come clean. Lowell is a bit we've been running for a while now. He's not a real person. He's
not
a
real.
character we made up. He's always driving.
He's been fake this whole time. We made him up in college.
Hashtag
He's
Lowell's
not real.
Yeah.
college.
It was an acting goof, and then we just had to keep going with it.
Lowell was a
The
creative
wedding,
writing
everything
project
was
we
fake.
came up with before Knight's Quest. That's how we got the idea. Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's just an actor friend of ours, which is true, but he's not actually named Lowell.
His name is Joshua Palmer.
No! Josh, thank you so much. You also
Oh my
are a
God.
fan. Little did you know. You didn't know either. You've been Lowell this whole time.
Hold on, let me set
Now, to everyone else who doesn't know those people, hi, welcome to the
Welcome back to Knight's Quest.
setting a reminder to myself to make a real deep cut meme that people won't get for weeks.
I love when you post a meme to the Facebook group, Jake, that
my
is not
God.
in the timeline of the episode's release. And so
time
people are
traveler.
like you posted the picture of the blue Doritos, and you're like, y'all are gonna love this in 3 weeks. And I was just like,
And it was great.
That's some With some timeline shit right there.
I know, the time travel of Knight's Quest.
It's really confusing.
I get confused, yeah. But you know what's not confusing? Where the plot is right now.
I mean, it's a little confusing, but
I guess. Yeah.
I think even though we just had the previous Leon, I'm gonna summarize so it's all nice and clean, so we all know our character motives.
Sure.
Right. So we got Grorg and Eloise and Trouble with Grilta.
Yep.
And the educator. They're in the education sector because they all want to learn. Trouble needs to be disciplined. Bam, bam. Eloise wants to learn, and Grorg and Grilta are just there.
Yes.
So that's just they're just kind of hanging out.
I mean, some people might argue that Grorg wanted to go because Eloise was going, but I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything about that.
I'm not saying anything either, even though I did in the.
You did. You definitely did.
I did say something.
we all heard it.
Okay, so Grorg's there because Eloise is there. All right, that's how it is. And then the other group, we got Jonathan and Abiil are doing some business.
Yep. In
the entertainment sector.
Right.
Trying to promote better. And they've got Quis and Rainer and Leroy to help them push this sell. And, they just did a fantastic job.
It went pretty well. It was a good show.
I think we'll be jumping into them in just a second because I think that's where we got to pick up. And Raish and Run are disposing a dead body. I do not foresee us touching on that this episode because that sounds boring as hell because it's just me talking to me. So no thank you. And then, yes?
I would love for us to have a bonus episode of the awkward day of Raish and Run trying to dispose of a dead body with it being you and have Jamie and I be everybody else.
Oh.
You could.
So the misadventures of Raish and Run?
Yes.
Nathan, you could just record it with you, and then you could splice in us laughing and saying single word responses because we don't need to actually be there.
We might do that. We'll see. And then, of course, Katrina has decided to take it upon herself to head towards the mountains out of the city so she can find the issue with the Bawayu, or I guess the Wayu in general, where they're not getting their anima, so she can get into the tree, so she can kill the magistrate, because the magistrate is friends with the burn shards, who are an enemy of the blades, so she can befriend Run, so she can get back to somewhere get to Costa Rines, so she can get back to her life.
That's correct.
It's very
somewhere
simple.
like a port town in Rillian.
Yes.
Damn it! Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
Just like how nowhere is where all of the Khajiits are from in Skyrim, or elsewhere is where they're from.
Elsewhere,
they're from elsewhere. Yeah.
So somewhere is a port city in Rillian. Yeah.
Oh, that's vintage Knight's Quest stuff right there. I love that shit.
Vintage.
Yeah,
that's that good Knight's Quest kush.
Yeah.
I gotta write this shit down.
Yeah. When you just say a normal phrase or word and we're like, can that be the name of the thing? And you're just like, I guess. And we're just like, yes.
We win. We did it.
We did it, boys.
We won.
That's how you win Knight's Quest.
That's the end of Knight's Quest.
The duel's over.
Okay, so
it's over.
It's been over 7 minutes.
Shut up. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Now let's get to this. Let's get to the story.
Yeah. Where do you want to go first?
Let's pick up where we left off. The sales pitch that just successfully went so well.
That was good.
Jonathan just turned a moon pear pink, and they just pronounced that it actually tastes better.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say everyone is they're just in awe because they all love moon pears.
Right.
And to have a better moon pear, that's wild. People are trying it. And they're just like, oh my gosh, it actually does taste better. This is insane. People are starting to ask you actual legit business questions of where can we buy this service?
There we go.
How do I get this hooked up? And I'm going to, Jonathan, what is your response? Initial response?
Jonathan's response is, of course, this is, people, hey, everybody calm down quiet so they can all hear me. Okay, I'm only going to say this once. Payment is up front. We only accept silver paper at the moment. Ooh. Anything that you would like to be made better needs to be shipped to, and then he says Rainer's dad's address.
What?
Because that is where all of the other stuff has been sent until now. Well, to be fair, the previous Better Business was people trying to buy better, as in the blue stone or ore.
Yes.
And so them shipping it to Raynor's dad's house, even though the sim symbols are here.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
So you're not going to just change the colors right now?
I can do. He says I can do small personal items today. Anything bigger than that, I will have to do at a later date. So they will have to be shipped to not Costa Rica. What's the country?
Glenwood.
Glenwood. They got to be shipped to Glenwood, where my
City
office is, where they can be processed and then sent back.
Bjorn is gonna have just entire.
See, I'm setting up for the long
things.
game because I'm imagining at the end of this whole fucking show when we finally make it back to fucking Goldon and there's just a mountain of shit in the pasture outside the Bjorn's house.
And you're just going to keep all of it.
It's a big thief.
Yes.
It's a big steal.
Con. It's the big prank all along.
Yeah. You can still change all the colors. You'd fulfill that end of the promise, but then you just
I never
keep
said
it
I mailed
all.
them back. No, I did say I mailed them back.
Okay, so there's two things that need to happen because you are asking people for money up front. And so I'm going to ask you to do a persuasion check. I will give you a boost because of the good trick you've been doing. And Raynor, I'm assuming you're going to have to change some colors of stuff right now. So make a music roll right now just to see how well that goes.
Maybe Raider hitting the cymbals very close to his ears is the reason he doesn't hear this scheme involving his dad's backyard.
Yes. I'm going to say a 3 on both of your difficulties.
Sounds good.
Because it's going to be a couple items. We're just going to mass produce multiple items with the symbols. And you're asking for a good chunk of money.
Those are not the correct dice. I just rolled all green dice and then a couple yellows and a blue. And that's not... It's just all successes. I don't know how it happened.
So great, guys.
That's how you do good in the game. You just keep out the bad dice.
You just cheat.
Nathan, real quick, you told me 3 difficulty.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm
Holy shit.
I'm just rolling my skills and yellows and also purple, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, Johnny Biz, what do we got?
I wish I could show you this in a quick manner, but I'll just let you know. I'm gonna run you through the math before I add it all up. So I got 1 failure,
Sure.
1 disadvantage, and 1 disadvantage. Those are my 3 purple die, okay?
Okay.
On 1 yellow die, I got 2 successes.
Okay.
On the other yellow die, I got 2 advantages.
Okay.
On the boost die, I got 2 advantages. So all in all, I got a success and 2 advantages.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, obviously, you succeed. You're able to get the money. And with those 2 advantages, I will let you decide, Jake. You can either have them be turned into just you get more money, or you can have that carry over to you gain influence, like you meet someone significant in the town, or it will, I don't know, something else nice. But those could be the 2 things. You could have them both go towards money, both go towards the significance. Split them.
Yeah, I'm going to split them 50-50. I'm going to get some monies, and I'm going to meet some peeps.
Okay. Now,
How much silver paper do I have?
well, here's the question. I think Abiil goes, okay, so we have done a lot of talking about our business, about the managing of the accounts, but one thing we have never, ever discussed is how much we are charging for any of our services. Especially not in silver paper. That is a different currency. I do not even currently know the exchange rate.
Yeah, I was going to say, is anybody with us? Like Grorg and Greltar are both in the education center, aren't they?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
You guys are on your own.
Well, Abiil, this is your expertise. You should, this is your moment to decide, what is the proper...
Well, actually, you know what? I definitely know the exchange rate.
Yeah, I was
That's
going to say, you got
superpower.
magic accounting powers
I'm
and shit, so
retconning
you
that.
got to know.
I do know it, yes.
So then also,
Okay, so-
using your math and shit based on how much we got paid for our 24-hour stint at
So
JJ's.
let me think. He pulls out a little abacus, and he's like sliding some stuff around. It's like, okay, so if the meal costs this much, and the standard rate for a buffet is this much,
Minimum wage
much,
in a third world country.
Minor in the minimum wage rate, and the universal, but the kingly tax, and then we got the silver paper weighs this much, and the sun is at this part of the sky.
There it is.
And Jonathan has said this many nice things to me today, which means
that changes the money.
Okay. Okay, so the exchange rate is that 1 silver paper is worth about 25 alien bucks. And so it's a little bit more than... Fuck, is that right?
I don't know. I haven't been...
I'm honestly surprised that with like Nathan creating a character that's supposed to be godlike at math and accounting, we haven't like bullied him into doing more math shit on this. Like, hey Abiil, what's the this? And Nathan has to like scramble to get the correct answer.
Yeah, here's the problem. Abiil, godlike at math. Nathan is okay. Okay, no, I got it. No, this is correct. I had to double check. I accidentally smudged one of the figures, but it's in my brain, but it's okay.
The brain smudge. Everyone knows. It happens all the time.
It happens when the ravens of the night are not feeding you on time.
Oh boy.
Always with the ravens.
One silver paper.
Okay.
Is worth 25 alien bucks.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit more valuable than a gold piece is.
Oh, okay. Oh, good to know.
So how much should we charge for our services? I had an idea that I think the size of the thing should change the price.
Wait. I got it backwards.
Okay.
It's the other way
This
around.
is all happening in real time in that little city square.
No, I got it backwards. I messed it up. No, it's the other way. 1 alien puck is worth 25 silver paper.
Oh, so the exchange rate is shitty going this way.
It's shittier, yes. So that is why you have to pay 500 silver paper for 1 buffet meal.
Oh.
Even though it would have only cost you 1 gold piece.
Inflation, am I right?
Oh my goodness, okay.
Yes. That's what happens when you have a magical society.
So that means gold pieces are worth astronomically more, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So 1 gold piece is 500 silver paper.
So we gotta charge out the booty hole, is what you're saying.
At least 1,000 silver paper for exchange.
Uh-huh. So,
So maybe...
I'm thinking like 1,000 silver paper for like a small thing. But if we're talking like big things, then maybe like, I don't know, how far do we push this?
2, 3... It's up to you. You are the businessman. I am just the accountant. No one ever listens to me.
I think
we're asking your opinion right now, Abiil. We're directly asking for your help and your advice.
This is literally why you are hired.
If I had to say, I would take the weight of the item. You would weigh the item. And then you would, and then he starts writing out like an equation, and then you would divide that by the current exchange rate of the silver paper, and then you would multiply that by how many times you have to hit the symbol, and then you would add the, everyone knows the Schwangler's rate, and then you would, of course, use that in this situation, obviously, because we're using a weight-based exchange. And then, of course, it depends upon how busy you are. You could add a finder's fee, and then you could... And he's just going on and on and on, you know?
Totally.
I think Jonathan turns to everybody and goes, 1,000 silver paper for like a real small thing. 5,000 silver paper for like a medium-sized thing. I'm talking like clothing. I'm talking like walking sticks and weapons and accessories and shit. If you want me to do anything bigger than that, it's going to be 10,000. And that's what it's going to be.
Okay.
Just to clarify, for all of us at home who use American dollars, that's $20 for a small thing and $100 for a bigger thing.
All right.
And double
I
that,
think that checks.
for a bigger thing.
All right, so because you rolled double, I'm going to say you get probably a good chunk of money. I mean, at least $200, which would be 10,000 silver paper.
Heck yeah, 10K.
Oh my.
Plus my 2K I already had.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Rainer,
Now,
roll
a few
for
minutes ago,
music.
you did ask me to roll for music, and before I tell you what the result was, I would like to know what he's using it on. Was there a certain thing that somebody brought up?
Just the things in general, the things that are being brought.
Okay.
Oh, so this is a blanket to music. Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is covering
with the symbol. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The symbol.
Right. Since Rainer is so good at music, 2 of the green dice got upgraded to yellow, which means there's even more options for things to happen. Y'all, I got 2 failures and 5 advantages. I didn't even know that was an option. I don't know what that means.
I have an idea. So the failure is you don't change you don't succeed. So you don't change the thing to the color desired. I would say another failure would be the color.
No, that's not how failures work.
Well, that's what you said. The intention was to change the thing to a specific color. So failure,
but there's not
you don't do that.
Failures stackling up. Yeah, correct.
So then the other failure has to be like the color doesn't stay in the scope of what the thing is.
Oh, no, I see the misunderstanding here. Failures
don't stack.
Yeah. Just it's a flat, like,
they do in
getting
real life.
1 failure is no different than getting 3 failures, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
correct.
but the advantages and disadvantages do stack.
Correct.
Okay.
So, with the simple symbols, you are rolling to see whether you are able to change the color of an item to the desired effect. And then advantages would help you to control it down even more. And so I'll say that you...
they turn every color except the one they wanted.
So we got 5 fucking advantages.
Yeah.
So let's say, holy shit.
Right? That's why I'm confused.
So, you don't. Okay? You do not turn the items that were brought to you to the correct color.
Okay.
But, I'm going to couple this with Jake's other advantage that we hadn't played out.
Okay.
As in, something super awesome will still happen, though. I'll just say real quickly, the people aren't upset right away.
Okay.
So that's one of the advantages you get. Another one is that maybe you change something else into a color. Like they hand you their shoe and you change their cloak into a color. But they're like, cool. That's, you know what?
That's some stage magician shit right there. Like, oh, it didn't change. But what's that behind your ear? Whoa!
You are going to gain influence, though, because of the performance, because of the magicianry. A tall orc, and I'm talking, this dude makes Grorg look short, and he's got like these magnificent mutton chop beard going on right now. Okay,
right,
like it's fantastic, and he's got this. I don't want to say like sequined vest, but it definitely has a shimmer to it.
Nice.
He's got a shimmering vest. He's got a badge that had a pentagon on it. And he comes forward and he smiles and he's got this. It would normally be just like unnerving, but you can tell that he's got some kind of showmanship.
Okay.
And let me find a voice for this fella. I don't want to do his Ajax again.
Maybe this is the tallest orc, because a few episodes ago we had a whole bit about like, Grorg's not the tallest orc,
actually,
and Jake was like, then who is the tallest orc?
Yes,
we found him.
He is the tallest orc. He approaches you, Jonathan, and Rainer says,
"Well, I saw the show that the 2 of you were putting on, and I couldn't help but admire your showmanship. The 2 of you really do have quite an act put together. Bravo, bravo. My name is Thrond, the tallest orc. As you can tell by my
That's how I introduce myself to people.
That is my name. Thrond, the tallest orc."
I think Jonathan is just staring and he goes, "Okay.
I work here in the entertainers sector."
He gestures over to the arena.
"Originally, I was just one of those acts that would go on the show and people would point and say, 'Ha, look how tall Thrawn is.' But now I have worked my way up, and I am actually a producer. And I find
was
talent."
the show? He just stood there and was tall?
I mean, what is a freak show, Jamie?
You know
People
what? I can't
laugh and
argue with
mock
that.
at others' differences, but I embrace it. And I notice that you 2 are very different. For example, no shadows. Oh, now that's an act.
Maybe some people are just taking notice of that for the first time.
Like all three of you
I
involved
knew there
in
was
this don't
something
have
weird
shadows.
about those guys.
Your friend over there who can't stop eating all of our food has a weird thing on his head. And that guy's good with numbers,
Oh,
supposedly.
Leroy. It took me a second.
I know, at first I thought he was talking about trouble, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Basically, I'm here to say that if you're ever in the need for a little bit of cash or you got some time off, I would love to have you perform on my stage.
Oh, my goodness.
Quis walks up and stands next to Throd.
It's Thrond.
Yes. He
tallest orc.
stands next to him.
Okay.
Hello there, little man.
Quis takes off his... Well, I suppose he doesn't need to take off his hat because it's already kind of small because it's just the one from the diner. Quis is just kind of like standing, like maybe like probably like not even knee height on this person.
Yeah, I'm picturing Thrond is probably 7.5, 8 feet tall.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Quis, I think we said, is like 4 feet.
Yeah, Quis is standing
short.
next to
He's a
this
short fella.
hulking mass of an orc, and it's just like...
Oh, he didn't want to talk to him. He just thought the height difference was funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I can tell by the way that you smirking that you've got some kind of cool powers.
Yeah, Quis is going to use... what's the move? It's a spell...
I'm so fat. I can't imagine which one would be of use in this scenario. I don't...
There's an intimidation one. It's the Red Ring of Death.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to do that.
Ooh.
And that's the one where you use spell casting, but it lets you do a fear move, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Thrond. He's I'm gonna drop it on you. A 4 difficulty. This guy doesn't get scared.
He is the tallest orc.
Also, I gotta say his tusks are also polished. Like this guy has a good presence.
What am I rolling again?
You're rolling 4
Yep.
spell casting.
Yeah, but what's the difficulty?
4.
I only have 3.
Okay, we'll roll 3 of them, and I'll roll 1 of them.
Okay.
It's blank, so don't worry about it.
Sweet. So I got 4 successes and a disadvantage.
Ooh. Okay.
So you are able to intimidate him. I guess what was your goal with doing that?
Yeah, to be bigger than Thrond. Because we established that the Red Ring of Death allows me to be, like, intimidating, and I think the last time that he used it, he got really big.
Oh, like an actual visual thing. Like
Yeah,
an
the
illusion
Red
or
Ring of
something.
Death is able to do some visual effects towards
Oh,
Quis.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, Quis, like, grows to be not only taller, but also broader than Thrond.
Right,
like, his
right.
whole persona becomes just, like, a shadow. Like, he's just this dark mass with, like, glowing green eyes, and there's, like, smoke
Oh,
billowing
green. I
off
was
of
picturing
him.
red, like red glow.
Oh, he doesn't do red anymore.
Oh, he's done with that after
Yeah.
Mirjik?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And there's, like, a choir in the background, just, like singing a dissonant chord. And then, like, after a couple seconds, he just shrinks back down to his normal size.
I'm going to say the disadvantage of that is it does put off some of the people nearby. They don't like that. That's spooky.
That's fair.
I can see that being
Hey
kind of
there,
strange.
little guy. I see that you were not so little. That's a pretty cool effect you have there. You got me.
So Thrond
shaking
is,
in my
Thrond
boots.
is All Might, is what we've established.
What? I haven't started watching that show.
I haven't either.
I am Thrond. That's awesome.
I am here.
I have started watching that recently. That's definitely true. Okay, well, that'll help me get in character
think.
easier.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we got this situation where you've been approached by Thrond. He's intrigued by everything you've done. He's offered you can perform at his show. I think now is an appropriate time for someone else to arrive on the scene as well.
Yes, indeed. It just so happens that the entertainment district is on the way out of town towards the mountains, and thus Katrina has come upon this scene.
I mean, she can't miss it. She hears the hullabaloo. She sees Quis growing in size. I mean, you can't miss it. You can't miss it.
Yeah, I think she jogs into the middle of the group and stands next to Raynor.
Rainer is
I'm like
immediately
running through all the people, and she like nudges him and goes, "Hey, what'd I miss?"
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, Katrina, thank God." Yeah, these guys have me like running sound for their big religion show, which is a little conflicting for me because I'm like a mythical figure in a different religion, so that's kind of awkward.
Okay, subtle brag, but whatever.
I think Leroy leans over. He's like, and he's still eating the Banus on a stick. He got like 5 of them, so he's just been working at them. He's like, yeah, I mean, it was really entertaining. I mean, they turned the fruit better, and then this guy showed up. Do you want some? How good to me? Do you want some Banus?
No. I'm good.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's real good. Very savory.
Anyway, yeah. You'd think I'd be good with music stuff, but I actually kind of messed up the colors on a lot of things. So I think looking around, you can see that random items in the crowd are just like a bright, vivid color that they clearly shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Katrina says, "Oh, well, I mean, okay, I see you're busy. I was gonna see. I've got a thing, and I wanted to see if somebody wanted to."
No, what are you doing? We're really not. I can't express enough. We're not busy. We're just killing time until they open up the tree again, so we can. So Grilda can get her stuff, so we can. Yeah, it's a long story, but
Rainer says killing, and Katrina like kind of starts a bit, and then realizes that Rainer was doing like a metaphor. And Katrina says, "Oh yeah, so you know about the tree? Cool. Yeah, so I'm actually on a mission from nature. I don't know. I'm gonna go cure the tree or something, I guess. And I don't super know what I'm doing. And so yeah, is kind of
you have a lead on how to fix the tree to open it back up. Oh my God, that's great. What do you have to do?
Go that way. And she like points towards the mountains.
Oh, okay. This is. Can I? I don't know how to ask this without sounding like a puppy. Can I come with?
This is the why I came here. This is why I work. This is why I stopped. Otherwise, I would have kept going. Yes, always yes.
I have 3 more questions to ask.
Okay.
Number 1, can I come with?
Can we do the other questions first?
Sure. Number 2, can PB come with?
That's a really good answer.
Yes.
And number 3, can Chubb come with? The dog.
I suppose that is dependent on number 1. You realize we're going on a mission, and ideally, it would help to have as little like babysitting as possible, or pet sitting in this case.
Yeah, that's why I have to take the pets with.
What? No.
So we don't have to get a babysitter.
We're on the same page, but we're reading in opposite directions.
That isn't Leroy Baker to a T.
Jonathan and Abiil are working, and I don't trust. I love Quis. I don't trust him with a dog.
Quis is you shouldn't. I've never had a pet.
Oh.
See, so they're coming with, and also we're going in the woods or the jungle. I'm sorry, the jungle, and I think animal companions would be advantageous.
Katrina realizes that this isn't what she was hoping for, but also she didn't really know what she was hoping for, so this is what's happening. She says, okay.
Also, Katrina, we haven't been on a mission, like, at all. This whole adventure.
What do you mean? We've been trying to find a search in general.
No, you do. You always do your own thing, but I don't get to go with you.
Oh, well, I
want to go with
I do get
I'm
that,
I'm hoping it's not going to be like my usual thing with you guys with me, just for your sakes.
Well, I mean, we're just going to the mountain to find a thing, right? Hopefully, no.
God, Rainer, when you say things out loud with your mouth, you make them sound you make them sound so impossible to have them just happen and be finished. And I just want to do it. But when you say that, it makes it so obvious that it's not going to be that way.
Katrina. Leroy, like, comes over, and he, like, leans his arm over her, and he, like, takes a bite out of the Banus. First of all, love the new duds. They're great. They're really your color.
Oh, thanks.
Second of all, we got this. We were able to find our buddy Quis, and he, like, gestures to Quis, in the middle of the desert. And guess what? I don't know if you knew this. You weren't there for this part, because you left us again. But, we didn't know what we were doing, like, at all. But we did it. So, I think the writer's got us in his hands. We got the hero right here. And he gestures to Rainer, obviously. And I think everything's gonna be okay. So,
So, I don't think Katrina's super religious. Maybe she is. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
We've said she's like, man, she knows about it, but she's not like...
I think Katrina, though, she like takes a second and goes, you know, I really can't argue with the fact that of all of the people that I know and have ever met, you guys have been the only ones to do the things that you've done. And maybe it's because you have no idea what you're doing. Either way, I think maybe I would be better off if you came with. Now that you... Are they cool by themselves?
Hey, are you guys cool by yourselves?
What?
We're gonna go. We're doing a thing. We'll be back.
Oh, hey, Katrina.
And then who is this friend of yours?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys just hooked up a new and exciting performance opportunity with Thrond here, right? So, like, you're set for a bit. Is that right?
I mean, we hadn't made any decisions yet. Though I feel like we were in that process.
Mr. Bismarck, I believe you introduced yourself as.
I think.
Would you like to head back to my office and we can sign some contract deal?
Jonathan turns around, like eyebrows raised, like, I did?
I'm assuming it was happening while they were having their conversation. We were still talking.
Of course I did. Why wouldn't I introduce myself to a new person and potential business partner? That would be rude.
It just happened off scene.
Yeah, okay, sure, I guess. We're good, I guess. Abiil and I are gonna do this thing.
Quis, I guess you can go whichever way you want. You could come with us.
No,
you might want a deal too.
That sounds boring. I'm gonna go this way. Well, I'm gonna go into the jungle.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And Katrina has yet another person in the crew, and she's just like, oh, wow. Okay.
Go into the jungle.
Let's go do it. And she starts walking a little bit slower towards the mountains.
Is she like sulking about it, or is she just
No, not sulking. It's just like it's not the crew that she envisioned.
As in just herself.
The crew, I was gonna say the crew she envisioned was her,
just herself, and maybe one other person. Yeah,
I think Raider tries to like reassure her a little bit. Like, PB's actually helped me out in a lot of situations. Quis has some pretty impressive combat magic. Honestly, I don't know about the dog. I have no idea. But
this is Chubb's time to shine. This is his moment. This is his scene where he proves his worth to the party, and he isn't just a thing in the background.
He can
hold things with his hands.
He has thumbs.
He has thumbs. Chubb gives a thumbs up.
Yes.
Chubb gives a thumbs up.
So we transition back across town, across the city, to the education sector.
Yes.
Now, again, as everyone, I should have said this sooner too, all of the trees that you've been walking past that line the streets are very sad looking. Beforehand, they were proper and pretty, but now they're sad. They're droopy. It's like your plant didn't get enough water, and the leaves just don't have that much luster. The light glowing within them is a little dimmer, but it's okay because it's daytime. But as our class, as I'm going to call this group, makes their way to the Instagram.
Yes.
This is just something they notice, and they arrive at the Instagram, and it's a notable building. It's very structured. It stands out. Picture a school, right, as in that blocky form, but it does look good. It's presentable. It's not like ugly. There was still that architectural design that is on the other buildings. Okay. It still holds true, but it does have some weight when you see it. The size of it, the stature of the building. Even to the newcomers, even to Trouble, right? You can get that this is a building that you do not mess around in, right? This ain't your skate park. This ain't your jungle gym. Yeah. Also, that's definitely the name of the workout space, the jungle
gym.
Yes.
Fucking goddamn it.
Yes.
And that would definitely be. That's probably in the industrial sector.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Show. But anyway,
the jungle gym is where you get the jungle badge.
Damn it. Yeah. Anyway, so they're at the Instagram. A sizable building, notable building, grand structure. There's probably like a plaque on it too, but it's written in Orcish. It's very regal. Educator, feel free to take it away.
Yes. So the educator has been walking with Trouble kind of in tow, like making corrections to posture and like barking correct, polite things to do at random passerbys when they're not reciprocated. But they get to the Instagram.
Also, I feel like, not to jut in, but I feel like the way that people drive when a cop is nearby, like they follow the law more, that's what happens when the educator walks by. Everyone like, man, they straighten up a little bit more.
Like this is a shared, like it's when you ask like any like Marine about their drill sergeant, like everyone remembers their drill sergeant. Like this is like everyone goes through the education process.
Okay.
Yes.
And so they get to the steps of the Instagram. The educator turns and once again grabs like the scruff of Trouble's collar and stops him from like climbing something. And says, I would prefer that you did not follow us inside, as it could be a distraction. Please feel free to visit one of our other education buildings. He will be ready by the end of the day.
Jeez.
Okay, yeah, can we get like is there a place where we can like a tour of the campus or something?
Yes, there is. She points to a building that seems to be kind of in the middle of everything, and then just turns without like saying anything and kind of like pushes Trouble up the stairs towards the door. As the party gets close to the building that she indicated, a very slender orf comes out of the building and goes, "Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure you're here for the tour."
Oh my god.
My name...
I need more. Crank that up even more. Like, you were at an 8, I need a 12 of that. Like, full send that.
Are we talking, like, Josh Ochoa 12?
I need it to be repugnant. I need it all the way.
All right,
I do want to say, as you're channeling that, Grorg's like, I'm sure he'll be fine. Our Trouble's going to be okay. This is definitely an established Instagram. I recognize the insignia. I didn't attend here, obviously. It's a smaller town. Oh, what town were you from? We'll talk about that later.
God
Damn it.
Yeah, so then a slender orf springs from the entrance to the building and goes, "Good morning. My name is Torfin. Yes. I am going to be your guide today because I can only assume by coming to the Instagram, judging by your appearance, you're not members here. Otherwise, you'd be in one of the buildings. So just right off the bat, what are your names? Because I can't go any further without learning your lovely names."
Okay. Torfin, the Orf tour guide.
Yeah.
Great.
Torfin, the Orphan.
What color Orf? You got purple to gray.
Let's go gray.
Just a plain gray.
Like a light gray.
Wonderful. Awesome.
Well, my name is Grorg, and these are my friends, Eloise and Grilta.
Grorg, Eloise, Grilta, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. We're going to start the tour this way, and while we walk, I'm just going to give you some nice trivia of the Instagram, and we're going to have some fun, obviously. Let's go! And, yeah, you can imagine how the rest of that walk goes. Occasionally they'll like stop at some like random place and they just turn and go.
Yeah, go for it. Make stuff up.
This is actually my favorite part of the campus. We're standing.
Call it the Gram. This is my favorite part of the Gram.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is actually my favorite part of the Gram. It's what we call it here.
Is this did we say that Instagrams are also religious things? So they would have stuff about...
No.
They're not.
They're just education.
Oh, never mind.
They're libraries, schools, houses of learning.
Okay, gotcha.
But in writerism, that's associated with religion.
Gotcha. That's why I got mixed up. Okay.
So we're actually standing in front of Borland Hall, which is a really cool part of orc culture that we include here at the Gram. In the hall is where every orc goes through their combat training and eventually graduates as a fully realized fighter. Okay. They gain their name, which Grorg, I'm sure you already know and have already been through, and I don't need to tell you any of this. Yeah. And Grilta, you have definitely already gone through this as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm Grilta the Tree Knower. You know.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I didn't realize at first. You're the Surgeon General.
I'm the Surgeon General that's in town. Yeah, you got my badge right here.
There we go.
Hold on. Did you graduate with my older brother, Dorfin?
Oh my, you're Dorfin's little brother?
Yeah. He always talked about how crazy you were at parties. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Anyway.
That's such a small world, you're not, cause like, oh my gosh, we'll have to talk. This is crazy.
Yes, absolutely. Moving on, and then they keep going.
That's fantastic.
I think Grorg, up until that point, he was enjoying the tour. After that, he gets a little embarrassed because I think, as we acknowledged, he's definitely trying to flex in front of Eloise right now. Right. He's trying to put on a big show. But this was, and now obviously Thorfinn meant no harm, but this was the most embarrassing moment of like the past couple weeks because he just got rubbed in his face. He does not have his name, and he feels like a loser right now.
Yeah, Eloise definitely knows that. And she doesn't really know what to say, because I think she was super, super excited to hear about this really cool place that you could learn to be a fighter and, like, all that, and then connected the dots. And now I think they're just kind of walking. I think while Thorfinn and Grelta are, like, gushing at each other as they continue on the tour, I think Grorg and Eloise are walking, like, a little bit further behind, just not really saying anything.
Now I gotta ask, is Thorfinn doing the backwards walk for the tour?
There's no other way to do a tour.
No other way.
Every now and then he'll like bump into somebody and they'll like throw a couple fake punches, you know, like throw an arm around each other.
Because Thorfinn knows everyone.
Yeah. Every single time they pass somebody, he calls them out by name, asks them what they're doing later, if they're going to like come to the thing. Then they come to this like super like angular building that doesn't seem to have any of the same like flourish that the other architecture seems to have. It's just kind of a squat rectangular building. And he goes, okay, so this is actually one of my least favorite parts of the campus, but that's not to say that it isn't an important part of the campus. And I want to impress upon you guys, you don't have to like everything. We teach that here at the Graham. You find your strengths and you go with that. Anyway, this is the educators building where all the current and future educators go. As you can see, it's not very interesting because as an educator, you have to remove all distractions and focus on your students. It is a noble effort. It is not one that I personally pursue, and that's okay. Moving on.
What a noble sacrifice to make for the betterment of other people. I personally could never do something like that. As I am,
and she like flares her I think she's, I don't know if we haven't described what she's wearing.
No.
She's definitely wearing a Banus coat. Like a red Banus fur coat.
Oh, okay.
And she's got like half her head is braided, and the other half is flowing. She's got a couple tattoos on her arms. But anyway, in that moment, she kind of like flares her coat, and she's like, "I like to have my personal sense of fashion, and my fashion is whatever I can find out there in the wild."
Wow, that is really cool, Grelta. I'm going to have to get some tips from you. Moving on.
We'll have to. I think the rest of the tour, they're just chatty Gabby.
But they've got to end at the cafeteria.
Yes.
Nice.
That's all I had.
Okay. Do we want to have any more stuff between Grorg and Eloise? Otherwise, let's do the training with trouble.
I gotta say something.
So let's say this. They all sit down. Yeah. They've got their food. And, of course, since it's a tour day, the food is the best quality food that they're going to have at the campus.
Ever.
The Graham.
Yeah.
Ever. And so it's packed because all the other students of the Graham know this.
Yep.
Also, students of the Graham sounds like a cult.
It really does. Jared, don't get any ideas. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
And so they're sitting down, but I think Thorfinn and Grelta, they're just chatting over the whole meal. They barely eat. Grorg is just kind of like shoveling the food in his mouth just slowly.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't think Eloise is eating. I think she looks at Grorg and she says, "Grorg, how come you never finished weapon fighting stuff? How come you never got your name? You never told anyone. You never said anything. You always change the subject."
Does Eloise have any friendship points?
I doubt it.
Pray to Heinous Pentas, she has at least one.
Oh, she does.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to need to spend that bad boy.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
And then roll camaraderie.
I already spent the friendship point, though, so what's the point of rolling?
You have to spend the friendship point
to unlock the roll.
Right.
All right. What's the difficulty?
3, but 2 boosts because Grorg likes her.
Nice.
This is a weird narrative you're pushing.
Hey, he can like her. I'm not pushing anything on your end.
That's fine. All right. Let's see. That is 1 success.
Okay.
Hey,
excellent.
That's all we need. So Grorg kind of puts down his fork. He's like, "Well, it's kind of it's not a long story. I just think it's a long story. But so I mentioned my dad. His name is Heinous Slayer, right?
He's a very popular guy, very notable, very impressive. Honestly, most people in my family don't know why he's not running the town. I mean, he's like the big dog. So I had a lot of weight on my shoulders to live up to this standard.
Thorfinn leans over and goes, "Oh my god, you're the son of the heinous slayer?"
Oh,
and Eloise goes, "Two-way conversation, Thorfinn. Read the room."
Grorg like shrunk a little bit when like Thorfinn leaned in, but then when like Thorfinn goes back to the conversation with Phil,
right.
it's like, okay.
But yes, I am. And so I really wanted to make my family proud. And so I did everything right. You know, I went to Orc Scouts, and I went on all the field trips, and I went to all my classes. You know, I went to Instagram, I went to my Orc homeschooling, and I did everything. And I tried out all the weapons, and I got really good at all the weapons, or decent at all the weapons. But then it came time for me to have to pick one. And there was a lot of pressure, and I didn't want to pick the wrong one. Because if I did, I'd be stuck with a weapon forever, and I might get a stupid name, like my cousin, who got, his name is, Todd the Pokey Stick. Because he picked a spear. And everyone was like, oh, it's a pokey stick. And that stuck. And now he's Todd the Pokey Stick.
Yeah, but your dad doesn't have a name after a weapon. He's named after the thing.
Well, the thing that he did. But to be fair, Todd, I mean, he like I'm underselling it, but he really loves his spear. And he just pokes it at everyone, and it's kind of annoying.
Okay, so what I'm getting is your dad isn't known for the random weapon he decided on when he was in school. He's known for his accomplishments. What he did with the tools that he had
and that's why I left home, because I had to do something. I'd accomplished something. I hadn't done anything yet, and I didn't know what I was going to do, so I ran. And I went on a ship. I ran to somewhere, and I got on a ship to Glenwood, and from there I just started doing what I knew. And I knew magic items, and so I started buying and trading magic items and making some money, and I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to be. I'm a magic item tradesman. And then I bumped into, your friends, and at first I hated them, and then somehow we just became fast friends really quickly. I think it was because they were there for me during my grieving process when I lost my cousin Eddie.
That was probably it.
Yeah, they're really good at creating complicated codependent relationships.
Oh my god.
And then I met you, and then I started a business. Well, I started the business first, and then I met you, and then we ended up in the desert for the business. And now I'm starting a new religion, and that's really exciting because I think that's really been my passion, is I love religion so much. And I'm so glad that Jonathan and I are starting a religion. And the business stuff is nice, but the religion stuff is definitely way more important than the business aspect. So that's really cool. So I think
Grorg,
with all this,
do you hear yourself?
What?
You talk about never accomplishing anything. What on all the crap we've been through?
Aw, man.
You traveled the Gatan Desert. You helped the hero of Riderism. You fought a god. Seriously, Grorg, picking a weapon, all of which you're good at, is like nothing. I mean, you have your accomplishments.
So then, what is my name?
I don't know who gives. Is it like a voting process? Who gives you your name? You just pick it?
I don't know. Just usually what happens is one person says it, and then everyone goes, "Yep, that's it." So like my dad came home, and they're like, "What'd you do?" He's like, "I just killed the heinous beast." I mean, it was pretty obvious like he had it with him. And they're like, "So you're a heinous slayer?" And everyone's like, "Yo, that's it. That makes sense. That clicks." And Todd, it was really easy. They're like, "Todd, what are you doing with that pokey stick?" And everyone was like, "Yo, pokey stick."
Todd didn't even have a chance to defend himself, yeah.
I think Eloise thinks for like a long time, to the point where I think Grorg is probably worried that she's just like done with the conversation. I think she says, "Grorg, I feel like you've been hung up on this weapon choosy thing for so long. Do you even know why? I mean, you left your whole country to get away from it? Is it really something that you want? I mean, since the moment that I met you, and obviously before, you have been a more amazing teacher and friend to all of us than some great warrior. I mean, not to say that you're not, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like there isn't a sword or a blade or a kill that could encapsulate the person that you are better than the friend that you are.
Wow. Oh,
so
man.
I think Grorg, he blushes a little bit, and that highlights his pink freckles on his face.
His anime freckles.
His anime pink freckles, yeah. It's like, I mean, that's really nice, but I still need to have something that I've done that I'm named after.
Eloise lights up, and she jumps up on the table, and then before anyone can notice, she gets back down really quick and goes, "Can I do that? Is it rude?"
Well, first of all, no, because I mean, he gestures around the room as everyone's shouting before they eat.
Yeah.
He's like, no. Grilled is like, I mean, that's totally fine if you've got something important to say.
Oh, I do.
Oh, then get back up there, girl. Come on.
Okay.
Yes,
She
all right.
jumps back up on the table and goes, "Hey, everyone!" And she because she's at Grorg's shoulder height when he's sitting down, she just grabs his arm and hoists it up in the air and goes, "From now and forever forward, this orc shall be known as Grorg, Friend Maker."
Yeah, well, man, I like that. Yeah.
And I think Grorg at first is taken aback, and then he's like, "Friend Maker? Huh." Grotha's like, "I've known this man for a total of probably 3 hours, and I would have to say, that sounds like him."
And Torfin chimes in as well, and he goes, "I mean, obviously we're already friends, right? So, I mean, it checks out there."
Torfin is secretly super jealous that he didn't think of calling himself that.
Torfin's inner shadows are like, "You fool." I think everyone just kind of in the cafeteria, I mean, they're all like, "Yeah, that's good, woo!" They're polite and they're cheering because it's obviously a big thing. When you're in
I was
public,
gonna say,
you
isn't
see someone get
this a big
engaged.
deal? Somebody getting named?
Yeah, but it's you're in
Cool.
public, you see someone get engaged, you're happy, but also you don't know them, so you don't have that personal connection.
Okay,
you just
sure.
know it's a big thing. So there's cheering and people are like, "Woo, woo, 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 woo." But then after a little bit of the hoopla goes down, Eloise sits back down, and Grorg, after kind of everyone gets back to what they were doing, he says, Do you actually mean that?"
She gives Grorg a questioning look. She's like, "Are you kidding me? You are best buds with the spirit of color. You somehow made friends with Jonathan, which I know we all are, but I mean, first impressions, not the best. And if I'm remembering correctly, not the best circumstances either."
Yep.
You made friends with Quis, even though not great standing there. You made friends with me, and I mean, I'm pretty easy to get along with, but I'm just saying, I mean, Grorg, every time we didn't know a thing, and you did, you showed us, and when we needed help with something, you helped us, and I mean, look around, Grorg, we would be lost here without you. I mean, isn't that what friends are for anyway? I mean, you're kind of lost without them.
Yeah. Man. This is great.
I think Grorg has a big smile on his face. He can't hide it anymore. He's like, "Wow, that's a lot to take in. I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting this to happen today. But now," and he gets even bigger-eyed, "but now I can go home and I can proudly walk in and say to my family that I finally have a name."
And maybe we can pick a weapon first. I don't know if that's keep
No,
the
I don't
train
think I need to do
rolling.
that anymore. I don't think I need to do that anymore. I don't know if
Okay.
I need to pick one anymore.
That's
I don't
okay.
think that's, I mean, we can.
That was-
That'll be a whole.
That was more of a like I wanted to go that direction, and it doesn't have to be the same trip.
You can pick a weapon.
This is very important. I think we should pursue this. I think closure is important. I think we should definitely. Yeah. This is definitely your thing. It's a big day.
I had that was a big thing I was gonna say, but we can pick a weapon. Maybe we can do that after lunch. We'll go look at weapons together or something.
I would feel remiss if you didn't finish your sentence. Please, I implore you, say what you were going to say. I'm thinking like future though, like you and me could go pick weapons together maybe. Yeah, but we can do that like any time. There was a whole thing of like a dad and like a family.
No, I mean like today though, like we go.
You don't live in the Beacon. I keep forgetting this. Yes.
No. Maybe I'll tell you guys about where I do live. Maybe I'll get to that.
Yeah, I don't know what this weird secrecy thing you're doing is, because we're all pretty open in sharing. I don't think any information you would tell us would not only mean anything to us, but change our opinion of you. So I don't super know why there's that barrier there.
Don't want to open up the can of worms, but I've kind of already done that inadvertently by talking about it anyway. Yeah, so we can go get weapons though later, right? Like you and me, we can do that.
Oh my god.
Eloise is just like ecstatic at the thought of like going to see the weapon area and the training and like the graduation ceremony and everything. So she's like, yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, great. We'll do that. And then after that, we'll go and we'll leave the Beacon and we'll head to my hometown. And I'll walk up to my father and I'll say, Heinous Slayer.
Yes.
It is I, your son, Grorg, the Friend Maker. Hey, Questies, it's me, Nathan. Thank you so much for listening to episode 8 of season 3. And I'm going to be honest, that ending of that episode, I remember when we recorded it, I was so excited. We finally gave Grorg a name. Grorg the Friend Maker. Man, that still gives me chills. Hey, so you all have heard about our website, right? kqpodcast.com. You know, the website where you can go and find all of your Knight's Quest needs, like our store where you can buy our merch, where we've got our 3 beautiful sticker designs, the Better logo, the Knight's Quest logo, and the Honest as Ajax coin. Of course, on this website you can also find a link to all of the amazing music that Jamie has created and uploaded on Bandcamp, all of season 1 and a good chunk of season 2. On this website you also got links to all our episodes and all that good stuff, and of course more things to come, which is what I want to tell you about today. You see, I've been talking about these stickers, and I think it's time that we get a new sticker design made. Now, I can't make a million of them because we don't sell that many stickers to make a million designs. So I am going to crowdsource you guys to see which sticker you are most interested in. A couple ideas I'm thinking of. We could be doing a search in general patch. We could do something like that. We could do one maybe of the Ba-Wayu, or like the Instagram's like school plaque. That could be fun. I had some, maybe one for the simplicity. We've got some options. And so to help me decide which one to design and to create as a sticker, if you head over to our Facebook page, our Facebook community page, knights.quest.podcast on Facebook, I'm going to be posting a poll that we're going to have up for the next couple weeks where you can vote or even suggest your own designs for what the next sticker is going to be for Knight's Quest. And of course, whichever one gets the most votes will most likely be the one that I pick. Unless number 2 is just my personal favorite, then I might pick that one. But then again, if the one that wins is like a landslide, then I'd have to do it. So you get to help decide that vote. So head on over there. If you don't have a Facebook, but you do have an Instagram, Nice.Quest on Instagram, I'll post a poll on the story there as well, right? I want to get your feedback. I want to get your info so we can get a new sticker design out there for all you Questies
who like stickers and like pretty looking things. I know I want another sticker because I think they look good. Otherwise, please leave a good review for the show. That seriously helps a lot. So whatever app you're using, leave a review on there. I know it works best on Stitcher and Apple Podcasts. Those reviews really help boost us up. Or tell a friend to listen to the show. Again, that just helps us. The more people that listen, the more people that find the show, the more support we can get, the more time we can dedicate to the show and to the extra things. So by leaving a review and telling a friend, you're helping yourself. Otherwise, that's the announcements that I've got. You know the drill. Next episode's going to be a good old-fashioned normal episode. Be up in 2 weeks from today. And let me see if there's any Knights Quest holidays coming up. That'll be up on April 23rd, which is not a Knights Quest holiday. But April 27th is. It's a very important day in Writerism that I could tell you, but it would make zero sense because we have not talked that much about the holidays of Writerism. So I'm just not going to tell you because it would make no sense. Unless you want to know. Then maybe we'll do a bonus episode where I just explain lore and stuff. I don't know. I'm getting off topic. This is a long enough announcement as it is already. So, may your place in his story be long. Actually, I'm going to use the timer on the computer because my phone is nearly dead and I don't trust it'll last long. I got to stop watching so many YouTubes on my phone.
Yeah, you have a computer.
I know, but I like using my phone because it's closer. It's closer to me at all times, and my computer is bulky, and I don't want to carry it wherever I am.
That is fair.